or nothing.
If you taking jabs in life, you ain't got a puncher's chance. Watch me lay these hands like a preacher gained a bunch of fans. Ain't about who the favorite, who the best, they a bunch of stands. Know I'm highly favored cause these fists got me out many jams. They say fight the power, but I got power to fight now. Know we gon' be barking at the way and tell them pipe down. Jab, right hook, uppercut, you see the light now. Now the crowd begging for the KO like right now. Never took an L with my chin up, hold them like a sit-up. This trainer going pops, Craig, get up. Never took an L with my chin up, fold them like a sit-up. This trainer going pops, Craig, get up.
Man, welcome episode 3, Boxing Head Podcast, where everything stays in the square circle. We had a middle year of boxing, man. A lot of shadow round moments, a lot of fighters ducking, a lot of fighters hiding in a coma. I don't know what Loma was doing, but that was towards Loma. What's good with y'all, man? Everything good with everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man. Everything good. Everything good.
All right, man. That's good, man. It's good to hear. Good to hear. Man, let's get to it. Man, so we did 3. We're gonna give y'all 3 of them. We're gonna give y'all our favorite fight so far, our favorite fighter so far, and our spotlight fighter. So basically, it could be a prospect, it could be anybody, but somebody who's captured our attention. And we like, all right, you know what? Keep an eye on this guy, or they may be just having a good year so far as improvement, working on that craft. But yeah, let's get started with it. I'm gonna start off with Tez, man. So we're gonna start off with our favorite fighters so far.
Oh, my favorite fighter this year so far is Gary Antoine Russell, man. Gary Antoine Russell.
There we go.
He surprised me in that fight, man. He dismantled I forgot his name.
El Rayo,
yep.
Yeah,
man, he dismantled him, man. And El Rayo beat Pitbull. He made him look like he's not even supposed to be at 140. He made him like he need to go back to 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shook up the division too. So T.O. it's looking like T.O. about to fight Devin and move up to 147. So
yeah,
it's his division for the taking. So I don't really see, other than unless Keyshawn move up, Devin Haney already moved up. Yeah, unless Keyshawn move up, I don't really see nobody being Antoine Russell at that weight.
Yeah, 140. Yeah, because you got. That's weird that T.O.'s even moving up with all that smoke at 140. But I guess
well, he chasing the money. So
yeah, chasing the money. But yeah, man, that's a good pick for sure, man. I really liked what I saw from Gary Antoine. Much better from his last performance, and he beat the sleeves out of El Rayo too. Like it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close, man.
Yeah.
How you feel about Gary Antoine G so far this year?
Man, I always thought he was like the most serious out of the Russell brothers. Don't get me wrong, they all dope in their own way. But every time I seen him, I'm like, man, dude's so serious and he's so passionate. And I think like his big brother really like be in his corner, letting him know what he needs to do. And he got that old school spirit where he's never gonna have a boring fight. Yeah. Unless somebody's like tremendously running from him, like he's hungry. He wants to put his hands on you. He wants to exchange with you. He wants to get in those gunfights with you. But we always see he's a very good counter puncher. He has a mean streak in him. Even when he didn't have such a good a performance, he came back and did a masterful performance, bro. And I'm just like, we gotta love that. So I wasn't thinking about that when I chose mine, but I'm happy you said that, Tez. You hit that on the money.
Yeah, Gary Antoine for sure. If you want to, G, I can pass it on to you, or I can.
Man. I'm gonna give Rolly a shout out because, like,
sir,
Rolly been giving us fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all about just going out there and just getting the job done. Some days you're gonna have bad nights, but one thing I'm gonna say about Rolly, that last fight he just took against Ryan Garcia, a supreme underdog. If you know anything about me, I'm a sucker for an underdog. I want to see everybody, win. But more importantly, I want to see you go in there and make adjustments. He fired his trainer, got another one. And he came in there. He wasn't as sloppy as he used to be. He was more poised, and he showed that he can take an L, take another L, and then still come back and fight a superstar fight and come out victorious. And man, for me, I love that, bro. So I'm giving my shout out to Rolly today as far as the fighter that I got my eye on, because if he fighting smart like that with that kind of power, I think he lasts longer than we think. I think he'll do bigger things, and he love a big fight. He ain't trying to take like a whole bunch of just small tune-ups or somebody he want to run. He want to entertain the folks, and I love that. So I'm giving my shout out to Rolly.
Yeah. What about you, Tess? How you feel about Rolly this so far this year?
Man, it's crazy. When I was sending you my picks, I put in Rolly first and then I deleted it. That's the crazy part. But no, Rolly surprised me in that Ryan fight, and what I liked about it, he honed in on his own style. Like he didn't. That's what I love about it. Like he got an awkward style, he got power, and I think he surprises at that weight. With his skill set, I think he surprises in a lot of fights. So, yeah, I love that pick, man. I love that pick.
I think he had everything against him too. Like even with the press conference, like they wasn't really even paying attention to Rolly. It was like Ryan and Devin rematch, Ryan and Devin, T.O. Ryan Devin, and they just kind of like left him in him. So for him to still keep that focus, even with the stupid Riyadh season stuff, like dropping the fighters off in the car, and like even with all that, he still went in the ring and did his thing. And like you got to give it to him, man. Like Rolly, I think he mentioned like his main thing was like he said when he was driving in the car on his way to the ring, he was just praying to God. And that's all you ever need, that's really all who you need, you know what I mean? So yeah, big shout out to Rolly, man. I don't know what Coach Bullet was. I'm glad he left Coach Bullet. I don't know what Coach Bullet was doing with him, but I'm glad he went to a different trainer. That I think that's Ugas' trainer. It's the same trainer that Ugas had, and he got him.
You remember when Tank told Bullet, he said, "None of your fighters got skills." I said, "Oh man, why you doing like that?"
Hey, is Rolly still signed to Mayweather?
Yeah,
I think
he's still Mayweather. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Because I think Floyd said something years ago. He said that Ryan couldn't beat Rolly. He said that like a few years ago.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I seen that too. I seen that little clip. He was like, I'll put up any amount of money that pretty much that Rolly will beat Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, boxers know. Boxers know.
Yeah. And the thing about Rolly too, man, like, he had that devastating loss to Pitbull. He still remained himself. He went back in the lab and he perfected his craft, like we was talking about last week, like perfecting your craft. Like, so you got to give it to Rolly, you know what I mean? You got to give it to him, man. Like you have to. So yeah. Big shout out to Rolly. That was a good pick, 2G. So for my pick, I got Jerron Buzenis, man. I probably watched that standing on this fight. I probably watched the highlights probably 20 times. And the reason why I picked him, man, is because he answered everybody's question. Chin, this was his first time actually fighting a champion and a competitor. It wasn't, people feel their ways about Stanionis, but I think Stanionis is a pretty decent fighter. And the stuff that he was throwing at Boots, man, if Boots didn't have no chin, he probably would have got hurt a few times, but he showed us everything. He showed us he can stand there and fight. He showed us he can box. He showed us he got a chin. And he went in there and he had fun, because everybody was doubting him. because of the Karen fight, and then who's that other? He fought.
It was that dude from where Loma from when he had
Mr. Shadow Realm. David Evanesian.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Shadow Realm. Yeah, and so people was doubting him for a minute, you know, but he got in there and did what he did.
Mr. Crash Dummy.
Yeah.
They be treating David Avenese. David Avocado. He gonna be a vegetable state by the time they get done with Dog.
Right. And that's crazy, right? They threw him in there with Crawford. He got knocked out and then threw him right back in there with Boots. That's wild.
And that's what I'll be saying is like, bro, who is this man? Like, you got people out, you got fighters out here who really want that smoke and really want to fight a Crawford, or who really want to fight, you know what I'm saying, Boots, and it's people of that high caliber. And y'all can't get those, but y'all just find this dude like, oh, go in there with him. Like, dog, like, come on, bro.
He gonna accept anything, man. That's why they get them fights. He gonna
and I get it. Like, you know, you don't got to pay him that much money, but I'll just be like, dog, the work. This boxing is crazy work, bro.
Yeah, man. His camp don't love him.
You can do it.
Yeah, right. Come on, man.
I see something.
All right.
You know, them trainers want their money too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I got a question for y'all. Well, Tez, how you feel about Boots so far, especially from that fight?
Oh man, you can't go wrong with with picking Boots, man. You can't go wrong, man. He one of the generational talents in the sport right now. So can't go. It ain't too much to say about that. You can't go wrong with that pick.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely can't. Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all. So I don't know if y'all saw what's been going on, but Jerron Ennis and Tio was supposed to fight, but Jerron Ennis told him no. So how y'all feel about that? Huh?
Why?
They really didn't say the reason why.
He wanted the belt.
Huh?
So his reasoning for it was that he want the belts. He don't want to fight Tio. He want the belts. But what's the promoter name? I got
Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn. He want the Tio fight because of the money. He think it's a bigger fight. But
it is.
It is. Yeah, but Boots said he after their belts. So
yeah, I mean, now you can't blame Boots for being after the belts because he want his name solidified in those as a great.
Right.
And we know you get that by getting those belts, getting those accolades. So you can't really be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't mad at that, but at the same time, you're gonna have fights to get. I mean, you can do the Terrence Crawford. Just wait until one of these guys get 3 of them.
Yep.
Go beat him, move on. Like, you don't have to do it just I'm gonna fight him one at a time and all that. Yeah. So taking the Tio fight, go and wipe up Tio, go and get him together real quick. Because I think I do think Boots can edge that fight out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I don't think Tio been fighting like the level of competition that would have him ready for Boots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Boots finna throw everything, and he hungry, young. He gonna throw the whole kitchen sink at Dog. I think it'll be a really good fight, don't get me wrong, but I think Boots can edge that one out. And he'll have like, you know, he'll get that payday that he need, and then he can start going after them belts again. Just kind of like how Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia, I think Mikey did have a belt, I think. I think he did have a belt, but still, we all knew what was about to happen in that. But Errol, like, hey, I'll take that back. You know, I'll get to these other belts later, but
yeah,
I'll take the back for now. So I think that should be a good fight for Boots. But like you said, if that's what his team say, they want to get the belts and they don't care about, you know, Tio, that's cool.
So do y'all think it's a duck?
No, I knew you was about to ask.
Okay. I was going to throw this out there. I was ready for it. No,
The only reason I wouldn't call it a duck because they have made it known that they want to become undisputed and then move up to 54. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason. But do y'all see Tim Bradley saying that T.O. beat Boots?
He's stupid.
Yeah, man.
Same dude who ducked Arrow. We ain't
Right.
worried about Tim Bradley.
But you know what? I say, me personally, money. I will say do it for the money, but Boots already kind of let us know that he's in the game for legacy, and I think that he really picking and choosing his battles at 147 because I think he ain't gonna be here long because he keep mentioning about his weight. Like he had mentioned it before about moving up. So I think Boots is at this point like, if I'm gonna fight at 147, it's gonna be for a title. If they BSing at 147, I'm gonna just move up because he can actually move up and fight like one of the champs. I think that guy got the IBF, and then whoever got the WBA, Crawford still got what, but he probably about to let that go. So, or he can fight Virgil, so he got options. He don't have to fight T.O. I think T.O. looking for a chip, but me honestly, I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like no black fighter should give T.O. a check at all because you're not about to keep throwing the N-word around to get you a fight. Like, no, bro,
Yeah.
it's some history behind that word, and you can't use it to better yourself and get you a check and get you in the ring with a fighter. Like, if you using that word just to get that tells us that you don't really take it really serious. You don't take that word seriously, or you don't care, about the origin of it. So forget to you.
Yeah. The funny part about it is I don't think fighters are that emotional. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are, but it's like, I mean, yeah, he be on that, but I just know it's trolling. Like you can't tell me you've been in boxing as long as you've been in boxing. All these black fighters you hang around all day, all these guys you done sparred and all that, you just out here, dropping N bombs. I ain't buying it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like I will walk up to T.O. and shake his hand because I know, like, I can see through the BS. Like, so no, I don't even think that's. But why you do it is that does make it worse because it's like now you stupid. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't explain.
To me, I think people blowing it out of proportion because T.O. Hispanic or he Dominican, whatever he is, man, black people, they consider them black. And they be saying the N-word all the time, man. So I think
you know what too, though? You know what too? Even though the origin is true, some people don't claim it. And like I kind of feel like, say, like if he does use the word and he ends up getting a fight with a black fighter, I feel like if that happens, it's going to make it in his eyes feel like it's okay to do. Like, oh, bet that's all I got to do. Let me go further with it so I can fight some more guys. Let me try to get Crawford now. What I got to do to piss Crawford off? Let me get real animated now with this word, since I know this word's a trigger word to get in the ring.
Well, we do understand that boxing loves racism.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So maybe he think that's part of his little niche, I guess. I don't know. But my thing is, as talented as T.O. is, he really ain't gotta be that desperate.
Exactly.
He's acting like he Blair the Flair or something. Like, like, dude, you're Teofimo Lopez. Like, you hadn't had some horror. You mean you top rank? or was at one point, I don't know, but yeah, like you can pretty much get any fight that you want, so you don't have to be gimmicky. You're a great fighter, like you're a good fighter, like you don't have to be gimmicky. Like let's be for real, Everything else is just corny. I don't know, or you know what, T.O. get a belt. How about that? Fight the man. Just like Crawford said at one point in time, hey, no, he need to get a belt before I fight him. Just like we heard Errol say, you need to get a belt. Just like we heard hella other champions say, get a belt now I fight you. Charlo done said it. We done seen everybody. So maybe T.O. need to get a belt and make himself qualify.
Now, I know Devin Haney told Turkey, like, I'll fight him. So,
fight who?
T.O. It's supposed to be already agreed on.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna talk about T.O. after we got done, but we already talking now, so let's talk about it. T.O. dropping the bag right now, like he fumbling in the bag for real.
Yeah, he called out Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey just basically kicked him off the team. He did a whole video about it, but yeah, T.O. called him a dictator with the word DIC. He tweeted it and then he tagged him in it, tagged Turkey in it.
Yeah,
Turkey, like, man, I ain't about to, them Muslims, they don't really take disrespect too lightly. So
yeah.
he like, yeah, I ain't about to mess with him. So he
Come
fumbling
up,
the bag.
Come up in the Sahara Desert somewhere.
Right. He got too much money to say anything. He can just cut his lights off and his water off.
But see, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. Shakur did something similar and he ended up apologizing. But Shakur got people. Shakur, Turkey made people kiss the ring. But
Yeah.
Shakur got people in his camp that told him, like, hey, bro, you need to relax. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
T.O. don't got that. T.O. don't got that. So
Yeah.
I think if he apologized, Turkey about that money. So, but supposedly him and Devin agreed on a fight. Supposedly already.
And I hope they fight. Well, I ain't got to worry about T.O. because T.O. fight. T.O. come in the ring and fight. But, I mean, if Devin going to be calling people out, bro, it needs to be a different performance. Then I want the same Devin because his jab was harder, his punches was harder. I want the same Devin, but just more active. And we'll see who wins.
Yeah, man. Like he was scared to get hit.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say scared to get hit because that's not a thing. It's just he didn't want to be hit. He wanted to go in there and have a flawless victory.
Yeah.
And that's what he looked like he did. He like, man, listen, I'm finna go in here and I'm finna turn the boxing skills on 100,000. You feel me? Where it's just like, there's no way I'm about to get hit. There's no, like, he ain't even turned on the entertainment button at all. Like, it was just straight up, you're not hitting me. I'm finna hit you every chance I get. And it was just, you feel me? He turned the boxing skills up to 100,000%. And whether, I ain't gonna lie, bro, evading is a part of boxing. Moving out the way is a part of boxing. What we would call running is a part of boxing. He just turned it up to 1,000. So what we seen was him just saying, like, I'm not going to be touched tonight. He was mad. I think he was mad at the boxing community. He was mad at the fans. He felt disgraced, and that's what he did. He said, you know what? I'm gonna get this bag. And then he hold us and went to the jewelry store and showed us how much he didn't give a damn about us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like we're going to get from Devin Haney probably for the next 2 fights. I don't think he's finna go in there and, man, he finna milk the system. That's what that reminded me of because I know how I feel to be rebellious. That was him being like, F y'all, F all y'all, to be honest. Fans, anybody who got something to say with boxing fighters, yeah, F you. I'm finna go in there and show you that. Only reason I messed up is because I was trying to give y'all what y'all want. Now this is what I'm about to do for me.
Yeah.
Don't care. He ain't coming back from that, bro. He finna do the same thing next time.
For sure.
Yeah, because his boxing skill is 100,000.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he just said. Like, I've been in the camp with Floyd. I grew up with Floyd. I grew up around all this skill level. I'm about to show you what it is to hit and not be hit at all. And that's what you're gonna get. If you don't like it, so what?
But that's not skill, bro. That is not skill, dog. That's not.
You know what? You know why it is skill?
It pays the bills, though.
It's not skill, man.
Yeah.
Who gonna beat it?
What was the phrase you just said?
It pays the bills.
No, before that, what was the phrase you said? What's boxing? Hit, don't get hit.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
What come first?
Hit.
You gotta hit something, man. You gotta put hands on somebody, man. You gotta have offense to score points to win fights.
This is true.
Or if you want to say stick and move, what come first? Stick. You gotta hit somebody, bro. You can't all that, man. That's
so basically what you're saying. He's just moving and moving.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
That is not boxing, man. That is not boxing.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. All I'm saying is this is his mentality. This is his mentality right now. I'm trying to tell you. The way he went to that jewelry store and flexed on all of us after he just gave us the shittiest performance we've seen and since we've been doing this show, bro. This is his mentality. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. All I'm saying is if one of these promoters book Devin Haney, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah,
for sure.
Heads up. He hate us now.
Yep.
Yeah. He got memed up. You know how I feel to get memed up?
Videos. They had the Sonic rings,
up.
dog. They had the Sonic rings coming out of them, bro. Like, that's the worst.
That's his fault. He got hit by that left hook all night. That's his fault, man.
But shout out to him. He ain't getting knocked out.
Yeah. He got back up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had 25 already. Dang, see? That's what Tito started. Man, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we still got our favorite fight and our spotlight fighter. So we'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Pops.
Oh, yeah. Big shout out to Pops. I saw Pops with the bicycle, dog. He talking about.
Yeah, Pops, keep developing these fighters out here, man.
Yep. We'll be back.
The Cardenas.
Nothing in this world can stop us.
We asked a group of scientists, what does it take to make the perfect toilet paper? And here's what they said. That's right. Use potty products, please. Thank you.
All right, I'm back. Real quick, man, just let people know. Any advertisement opportunities, go email us at bossaheadsllc@gmail.com. That's for any businesses or if you're a music artist. So make sure you spread that around and let your people know. I'm going to bring my people back in. I'm going to start off with Tez first. Well, I'll start off with G. G, what's your so what's your favorite fight this year?
To be honest, I really don't have one, man. The last fight that made me really feel like a real boxing fan, where I was like, go get it, was the Anthony Joshua versus Dubois. Now, I do know that happened late 2024, but that's the last one where I was like, yeah, he did that. Now, we done had some good cards in 2025, don't get me wrong, but for me, boxing in 2025, I still haven't had that one yet that was just really like had me in my emotions, because like I'm comparing it to like 2024. I'm comparing it to the last fights that we had that was just big, like the Tyson Fury and Wilder. Like that had me in my feelings. The Spence and Crawford had me in my feelings. Like as a true boxing fan, I'm like, bro, I can't compare nothing in 2025 to anything that we've previously witnessed. So until I feel that again, I can't go. I can't. I don't even have one for 2025 yet. I'm still waiting, to be honest. No disrespect for none of the fighters that went in the ring this year, risked their lives and everything. But I'm just saying, like, for me to say I can't remember, or I it's just I don't feel like I have one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to let y'all down. But yeah, the last fight that had me like go get him was
Mhm.
the Daniel Dubois and AJ, because Daniel Dubois was a supreme underdog.
Yeah.
Again, I'm an underdog fanatic, but he
Mhm.
went in there, did his thing, got the victory. Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to. I do want to see. I feel like I know Daniel Dubois about to fight Usyk again, but I feel like Daniel Dubois should have gave Joseph Parker that fight back, because they was in Riyadh and Daniel got sick and Joseph Parker had to fight Bacoli, but that was his title fight chance. Like, if you were sick, bro, give him another shot, bro. But hopefully after this Usyk fight, maybe he'll get a shot. But I feel like he probably should have gave Parker that shot since he had got sick on him.
I think Parker ducked.
Why you say that?
Because we just seen Daniel Dubois beat up Big Baby. That's not an easy fight. That's one of my favorite fights, actually. We know what Big Baby bringing. We know how the weight difference.
You think he
I
does?
feel like after
Daniel
you
got
see
sick,
that, and after you see him beat up AJ after being hurt, and then came with a counter shot and knocked him out. Yeah, Joseph Parker probably don't want that smoke. He know he's technical. You know what I'm saying? He know that. So, yeah, duck if you ask me. But next, I digress.
No, you good. He got scary power too, because when he hit AJ, well, we already know AJ's chin is not the strongest, but the way he hit him, bro, it didn't even look like it hit him hard, and he was like on his face. So
yeah, but there's definitely no excuse for the Big Baby. Big Baby, he knows why he coming, bro. He leaning on you all night. He 60 pounds heavier than you. He cracked. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting game with all kind of stuff. He never showed no signs of. If I'm seeing that and I'm a heavyweight, I am not trying to fight that. You were sick, great. Next, I'll take a 2-week notice, Bacoli. Yeah. Thank you. I'll take that dub and keep it moving. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Tess, your fight, Pitbull versus Angel Fierro. Hey, man, we really underestimated this fight. I remember when we did our take on this. This is a good fight. This is the first time I saw Pitbull get dazed up a little bit. It was a good fight. That's a good pit.
Yeah, like G said, man, I really couldn't think of nothing else. I had to pick the most exciting fight this year. Yeah. So that's the most exciting fight this year so far. That, that I had to pick from.
This probably was the best card this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw
minus Rosario.
Get
Rosario. After I seen Rosario, and it's crazy because you seen him have so much willpower. Yeah. Like his will, he was enthused. He wanted to do it, but he just couldn't. He couldn't put that car in gear. You know what I'm saying? That transmission is just fried. Yeah. You feel me? It just won't fire off. So
he quit mid-fight. He quit that fight, man.
Yeah.
That was Ramos too.
Yeah, Rosario, it's over, buddy.
You know what? He had a good year too. Because Ramos had 2 fights this year.
Yeah.
And they both was TKOs. Ramos low key, man. People better pay attention. That's at 154. 150. I want to see him in Boots fight.
I was just about to say, you get to put him in there with the elite fighters, he gonna get stopped, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Man, put him in there. We could put him in there with Lubin.
Yeah. Talking about
they already fought
Ramos.
They fought Ramos and Lubin.
Yeah.
Remember they said he got robbed, but I think Lubin won.
Yeah.
It was a good close fight, but I think that's what woke him up. That fight, because ever since he lost that fight, he just been on a rampage.
Yeah.
Man, put him in there with Charlo when Charlo come back.
And
watch him wither in the dust.
Dang, Tess, that's how you feel.
Man, I think he a good B- C+ fighter.
Yeah.
He in that range. He get in there with them elite fighters, man. It's over with.
Yeah.
You might got you got a point. Yeah, this is a good pick on this fight. I don't want to change the subject too much. Did y'all want to cook on this a little more? I know this is your pick, Tez. So
no, it's cool. I mean, it speaks for itself, man. It was action packed, all hooks. I mean, they both was hurting each other. It was just one of them Mexican all hook style fights, man. It was action packed. So that was why I picked it. It wasn't like my favorite performance. My favorite performance this year so far was Stephen Fulton when he fought Brandon Figueroa. But it was just the best fight, most action-packed fight this year. All these fights,
same card.
Yeah, the card was fire too. David Benavidez put on the show too. But all these fights this year, all these cards supposed to have been great, but they've been disappointing. And that was just one of the better fights.
Yeah. Thanks, Al Heyman.
Yeah. And I just seen the interview. I was just watching the interview where they asked Caleb Plant about the PBC, and I'm like, PBC been doing okay. I don't understand.
Yeah. Every time though, you know what I'm saying? Like with PBC, it could be a fight, and we don't know the two fighters, but when we watch it, we be like, "Dog, this is a good fight."
Yeah, they belong. They need to be there. Yeah, they deserve to be there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's funny you said that was your favorite fight because mine's is actually on the same card. Mine's was the David Benavidez and David Morrell fight. And I like that fight because you remember you had everybody saying, all right, tell Benavidez to fight David Morrell. And he was like, all right. And they went in there and they actually fought. Like for David Morrell, for him to be young still and, you know, have less than 10 fights. He came in there and he did his best, but you know, that's the Mexican monster, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he need to get back in the ring. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
They did really good on that promotion as well. You know, and like that almost got me to that point where I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. But you know, I feel like David Morrell, he was, you know, B-side. Like you could tell he ain't had that many fights, and a lot of people kind of just wrote him off a little bit. It was easier to write him off. I'll say it like that. It was against somebody like Benavidez, who's literally crushing people. And, you know, he talked that talk, he walked that walk, and we kind of understood what was going to happen. But, you know, again, I ain't seen no fight in 2025 yet that just gave me that feeling.
And I think both of them need to get back in the ring. I think Morrell's stock rose after that fight. He went 12 with Benavidez, and then Benavidez, he just needed to get a stay busy fight. I know he's trying to wait on the champions. He's trying to get one of them belts. He's trying to build legacy, but man, you gotta keep the fans involved, man. You gotta keep them like you got them there. You need to keep them. You need to stay busy.
Yeah, what Pop say? Fight of the Year still downloading for September. Yeah, man.
And that's gonna be, hey man.
I'm just praying, man. We getting closer and closer, man. I just pray, like G was saying, I just pray nothing don't happen, man.
Man, that's gonna be my one right there. That's gonna be the one to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be that one. Both of them, and that's what I mean by promotion. And those fighters, they have to like do their part too. Like the fans, we can go and invest our time and jump on podcasts and buy tickets to go here, but you got to do your part.
Yeah,
you got to make us feel like we don't know what's gonna happen, and that's gonna make it. That's gonna make the biggest fight. All these little other fights, don't get me wrong, they gotta build up and stuff to them. You know, we real boxing fans, so we'll watch them all. But you know, I ain't seen one in 2025 yet that just ringing bells where I can feel like I could tell my son, like, hey, you wasn't around for this one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And Crawford looking scary too, man. Have y'all seen a recent picture of him? They say he been so this whole time he put the weight on his body. He got used to walking around in it. Then he started doing like some light stuff. Then they said he started doing a little bit of you know, the bad work. But they said that he been sparring cruiserweights and heavyweights this whole time. And like he big, dog, but like he fit. Like you can tell, you know how somebody get big, like gain weight for a fight, and they kind of flabby. No, man. I hope Canelo is really training like for real. Like he need to really train for this fight, or he gonna
And the crazy part is Canelo. You know Canelo gonna be Canelo, but the way Crawford talking, this how you know it's gonna be a great fight. The way Crawford talking, he said in the interview, they like all the fighters that beat him boxed him. He said no, all the fighters that beat him they didn't move. I said oh yeah.
He got a point.
Hell yeah. We about to get a good fight, man.
Crawford got to be careful too.
Both of them got to be careful.
Yeah.
Both of them got to be careful. That's for sure.
But I think Mr. Cheeto got the game plan though.
That's why it's a great fight, man. That's why.
Man. Mr. Cheesy Poof got something up his shirt. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like a hater, but I want Canelo to low-key win. Because if I had to put my money on it, I think it would be stupid for me to say that little man who just built up all that weight and all that gonna go in there and deal with Canelo.
Yeah.
It like money-wise, like let's put all the analytics and the emotions to the side. Like I don't know. Canelo just I've seen him fight them big old fighters, bro. I'm talking about after camp. They in shape, the best shape of their life, and they go in there and Canelo just hitting them and they just falling around the ring, big than a mug, like bigger than Canelo. And I'm just like, ain't no way Crawford gonna take them type of body shots, rip into the kidneys like that and the liver, and he just think he good. Like I don't know. I wouldn't put $2,000 on it. I don't know, but that's what's building this.
You know what? I'm putting 200 because you know why? When they showed a picture of him training, he had a snack hat on, so I already know.
This guy.
Hey, when I saw that snack hat and then they got a big old flag in their gym with snack, I said, oh, bro. I said, Canelo better train for real, bro. Canelo better train for real.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I want Crawford to win, though, man. I want him to win for the culture, man.
Yeah. Me too. I do in the heart of hearts, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I want to see him in that talks with the greatest of all times. He beat Canelo. He in them talks.
Yeah, for sure.
What you think? Top 20?
Top 20. Top 5.
For sure.
And boxing? Yeah. Because that'll
be at three weight classes.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Think about it now. I was gonna say this puts Crawford in that Margarito Pacquiao type of thing, but nah, Pacquiao was just a little guy, short.
Yeah,
Crawford and Canelo really ain't is they're really not as different in size as we really think. Crawford is actually kind of big for real.
Yeah,
he's bigger than him.
Yeah, when they stood next to each other, I'm like, huh? You know, this.
Oh, when they did the ringside, I was like, "Whoa!" Yeah, when they did that ringside, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I'm like, "Whoa, wait, hold on, what's going on,
bro?" And then Crawford already got a jab, dog. Canelo about to be red all right here.
Yeah, but we gotta just see. We
gotta see, man.
See. We can come up with all this stuff, bro. I mean, I could really make a detailed one, like, and just envision how it's gonna go, but I just see Canelo putting both of them, that high guard coming in there, but I see also Crawford throwing them hooks, bro. You know how he be. He going that hard guard, he coming straight around around the guard with them hooks, and I'm just like wondering how Canelo gonna react to them hooks snapping through there like that, because as far as we know, everybody else who we hit with them hooks around that high guard, it was not pretty.
Yeah.
So I want to see if this jaw is made out of copper or titanium.
Yeah.
I
And
want to
then
see.
yeah. Then the reach too. I'm looking at the reach. Crawford is about 74 and Canelo was 70 and a half. So he gonna have to, like, if he want to touch Crawford, he gonna have to get real close. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man.
Yeah, for
I see
sure.
Pops laughing, dog. What you laughing? What you?
You know, he a big Crawford fan. I got Crawford in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I got Crawford in this one. I think he go put on one of them crazy performances.
One of them ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
can definitely see him getting clipped. I can see that,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he, he go dig deep in his bag with this one.
If Crawford knocked Canelo out, just say in 5 rounds, bro.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
We might not stream for like 2 weeks, bro. I'm gonna need like 2 weeks to just what did we just watch?
Yeah.
Because it don't like that wouldn't make sense to me.
Yeah, because couldn't nobody hurt Canelo. Triple G couldn't hurt him.
Nobody, bro.
Nobody.
Nobody, bro.
If he stopped Canelo,
Floyd couldn't even hurt. Floyd couldn't even
legendary.
hurt Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, Floyd wasn't trying to hurt Canelo.
No, he wasn't. But still, taking that many shots, you would think you would think you would feel something.
He felt something because he was gunshot.
You in the ring and you're missing diabolically and getting caught after you miss like that, and you feel like he getting hit clean.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what I think too? I wonder what Canelo sees, because I mean, Canelo could have said no to this fight. So I wonder if it's something that he sees. I mean, I hope he's not underestimating him because of weight. I hope he's not doing that, but you know, it makes me wonder, like, you know, because Canelo can pick whoever he wants to fight, you know. So I wonder why besides the money part, you know, I wonder what he see in Crawford that he think he can, you know. We'll see.
See, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What we got? The spotlight fighters, man. I'll go first. Man, he probably was matter of fact, he was my spotlight fighter last year, man. But the most active fighter in boxing, Abdullah Mason. This is like what he got a fight coming up next week. That's like his third fight already. He already had 3. This is third fight, and like he coming up in the ranks, and he fighting so much. He's so active to the point where I think they moved him up like four spots in the WBC, and then I forgot the other section about it. They moved him up too. You know, you had Floyd Schofield that ducked, and Abdullah Mason had an interview. He actually said that he ducked, and it wasn't a matter of money. He said he just didn't want to fight him. So
it makes sense.
That's who my guy is, man. Spotlight, and the reason why I say spotlight because if he keeps going the way he's going, he might get a title shot. Because please don't tell me Loma still got that belt.
Yes.
Dog, yes. What is he doing? Man, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like this, man. Tell me he gotta cough that belt up, man. If he's not gonna fight, he gotta cough it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how does he still have the IBF? And yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah. But how y'all feel about Abdullah, man? So far this year, especially after
fire.
Yeah.
Fire. And I love how he went through his little mishaps and came back.
Mm-hmm.
Now he understands, like, okay, this is how I go. And he didn't have a hard fight like that and just still rob the fans of a good performance like a Devin Haney is doing to us right now.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I know what I need to tighten up on. I'm gonna tighten up on that, but you still finna get these hands.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that.
Yep.
And you know, if Devin Haney and his pops ain't careful, bro, them numbers is gonna go down severely, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to see that, because as a promoter, do you think I'm looking like, oh yeah, Devin, I want Devin on my card now? Right now, probably not.
No.
Probably not. I mean, not as no headliner.
They're gonna start putting a contract that you gotta fight. You know, they're gonna start putting that in his contract, man. If you don't start fighting, they're gonna be like, hey, in order for us to pay you, you gotta have more punches than what you had your last fight, for sure.
Yeah.
The Dula, man, he leading the charge, man, on this new generation. You got him, Keyshawn, Carmel Moten.
Yep.
Yeah, man, they come in, they big offensive fighters, big punchers, stopping people, while at the same time being slick. Yeah, man, they leading the charge, man.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of time for they take over.
Yeah. And he probably like one of the only young fighters really that going for legacy. Got a lot of these fighters in this new era. It's just money, really. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? If I can still keep my marbles, get this check, buy me a watch, buy me a crib, I don't care what y'all think. I'm getting paid. But you got fighters like Abdullah Mason who fighting for legacy. You know what I'm saying? So it's much appreciated for sure. And then speaking of which, Tez, yours. Gee, did you have one like a spotlight guy that you spotlight fighter that you kind of caught interest to? You know, that kind of got your attention.
Yeah, I mean, Abdullah Mason for sure, but I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and put Carmel Moten.
Yep.
You know, Carmel gotta just, I ain't seen him in a minute, but he need to get that defense together. But other than that, bro hit hard. He hit real hard. You know what I'm saying? So I like Carmel. We gonna see where that go.
And he mean too.
Oh yeah, he mean for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
sir.
mean for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That boy got heavy hands. He hit like
tank.
Granny. He hit like Granny. You know what I'm saying? Like he hit like Granny when you get off that front porch.
All right. When she got your arm and you in the air and she like,
I'm trying to tell you, he can swat, bro. For sure.
Oh man. But yeah, Ted, you got anything on that one?
No, like I just said, yeah, him, like Carmel, Keyshawn, Abdullah Mason, man, they leading the charge right now. They the young fighters. They gonna take over. They excited and they you know, they fan favorites because of their fighting style. So they gonna take over real soon.
Yeah. Yeah, and yours, Tez, was I'm glad you picked this guy, Shoo Carrington.
Bruce Carrington, man. That's
Bruce
my guy.
Carrington, yeah. So man, he been calling out Inoue a lot.
Yeah.
And he's at 126.
Yeah, 126.
They can keep on talking it. They can keep on talking stuff about Inoue. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, trying to tell you, them hands certified.
He gonna wake up in the ring with a halo, messing with
Anyway, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all. I told y'all before that fight, and I told y'all afterward. I still feel the same way, bro. Dog, he fight like a black fighter or something, bro. Like he got a chip, bro, on his shoulder. Yeah. I mean, he still gotta prove himself to us, I think, but you know, for the most part, he ain't gotta prove himself to me, but I feel like a lot of people still don't got faith in him, bro. I'm trying to tell you, that man's a dog, bro.
So go ahead, Tez, because you picked him. So go ahead and tell us. Educate the people.
All right, so why I picked him is because before his last fight, he just stopped somebody in like 3 rounds. His last fight. Before that, you know, I was listening to him talk. You know, he sound like he gonna give us exciting fights, man. And you know, he had 126. You got Stephen Fulton there. You got Brandon Figueroa. You got Espinoza. So yeah, man, his future looking bright. And then, like you said, he calling out anyway. So we gonna see what he do.
Yeah. And he called out Stephen Fulton too.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he called them out too.
Yeah,
See?
all those great fights.
Yep. You got two fighters, man. They all about the legacy. I just hope when they start getting the money that they don't, you know. I mean, I think it's only natural. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting the money, you kind of like, you know what? You know, I'm a champ. I got this money. Do I really need to still keep going in here against dogs? You know, some fighters think that, man. They be like, all right, I'm a champion. I got this money. Do I really need to be going in the ring with these guys again, you know, and batter myself? Or can I slide a little bit because I got a name? You know, I got these belts. I'm getting money now. I'm a name. It'd be like that.
From what he been saying, man, it don't sound like he one of them type. He from New York. So he can make some big fights at the Barclays. We can have some real big fights with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think as far as Stephen Fulton anyway, I don't think that's his the scariest opponent he got in his weight class. I think it's Espinoza, man. That dude fighting at 126, he's 6'1".
Oh yeah, him, man.
And he got like 27-0 with 23 knockouts.
I'm curious, like, what's his standing walking around weight?
Hey, it gotta be around 140 something.
6'1" and what? You fitting in
126. He my height, fighting at 126.
All right, man.
Yeah, that's like he like a 126 towering inferno.
Yeah. And you know what? He actually good too, though.
Yeah, he on a 3-fight win streak, all knockouts, straight knockouts.
Yeah, I think they might wait to fight him. They might.
I would.
That's like the Sebastian Fundora of 126 for sure.
For real.
Man.
Yeah. Okay.
6'1",
man.
reach got to be ridiculous. For you know, them guys be that little.
He not super skilled though, but he got power, and you know he can absorb punches because of his weight and height. So
yeah,
I think that's one of his scariest opponents at that weight class. I think Fulton, man. Everybody sleeping on Fulton too since he lost it anyway.
Oh no, I'm back on him because I like what I saw with Figueroa.
Yeah, Figueroa, he a threat at that. He can fight a Figueroa as a step up fight, and then get like a Stephen Fulton or an Inoue or Espinoza.
Yeah. So what y'all got before we close out?
I ain't really got too much, man. Again, just like Pop said, man, I'm waiting on that September groove. We ain't that far away.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We at the end of what? May? We at the end of May. We got what? June, July, August, September. So it's right around the way. I also want to see Benavidez get back in there with a formidable opponent as well. Just because I still want the Canelo and Benny fight. However, I don't know how I would feel about the Benny fight if Crawford go in there and take Canelo head off. I think that'll change talks.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that'll be. You know what I mean? Hey. We said this a year ago. There's a reason Crawford is going after Canelo and not saying nothing about Benavidez, knowing he was making all that noise. I'm just saying, though. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, though. They was both gunning for the same person now. If it's me, I'm looking over there like, oh, you want to smoke with bro? Oh, okay. Well, what's up with you?
Yep. Oh man. Woo! September. What you got, Taz?
Man, I ain't got too much. Like I said, man, T.O. fumbling the bag. he supposed to be getting his Devin fight, but he fumbling the bag, talking crazy about Turkey. And then we got the Tank Roast too. I think it's like August. What was it? I think it's August 16th. They fight.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we got Tank Roast too. Yep, August 16th. So
we'll see. We'll see for August too.
Yes, sir.
Might see a different Tank. Might see the old Tank come back.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess Shakur. Oh, we gotta talk about next episode. We gotta talk about Keyshawn fight. Keyshawn fighting.
Keyshawn fighting this week. Yep.
Yeah, Caleb Plant fighting.
Yep, this Saturday.
Jamal Charlo fighing.
Yep, this Saturday. The return of Maul.
Yep.
When Clarissa?
On July 26th.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Clarissa. Then we got Shakur. He fight Zepeda.
Clarissa versus Remy Ma.
Right.
But we got Shakur fighting Zepeda. And they, I guess Tank started working with Turkey now. So I guess after Shakur, if he beats Zepeda, they offering him to take. They offering Shakur the Tank fight after that.
I'm gonna leave that finesse.
He ain't gonna take it. He ain't gonna take it.
He probably calling this bluff. That's why he probably did that.
He ain't gonna take it.
But he gotta beat Zepeda, and I guess yeah.
If anybody can make this Tank and Shakur fight, it will be Turkey. I just don't dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog.
Well, rumor is they teams is talking now, so Tank finally talking to Turkey now. So
yeah,
we might get that fight. He gotta beat Ropes.
Yeah,
so.
he got to.
And then Shakur gotta beat Zepeda. So
yeah,
we'll see. So that last end of the year gonna be
on fire.
Gonna be some fireworks, man. But we'll see y'all next week. Next week we're gonna do the Boston predictions for Keyshawn fight. You got Abdullah as the co-main. We'll see y'all next week, same time. Keep it Boston, keeping the square circle. We out.
If you taking jabs in life, you ain't got a puncher's chance. Watch me lay these hands like a preacher gained a bunch of fans. Ain't about who the favorite, who the best. They a bunch of stains.